If I can CAE, you can too. I'm here to tell you there are a few secret success strategies that you can learn from my journey to attain the CAE designation. There are many things that you can do, and I'm here to tell you a little bit about them. First of all, you need to know that the CAE has been around for 50 years. Raise your hand in the room if you have your CAE. Raise your hand if you've considered it and you think it's too hard. Raise your hand if you think you might get it in the next 5 years. Fantastic. My CAE journey started in 2008. I was handed this business card at the annual conference in San Diego. The little postcard said, "What is CAE?" and had an inspirational quote on the back. At that time, I knew there was no way I could get it. But I broke it down into 4 success strategies I'm going to share with you. First is the application. Next is building a community around you. Once you've done that, you get the opportunity to know a broad range of data that you might not have otherwise known, and you get to celebrate your success. First tip on the application, break it down into small chunks. Know there'll never be a good time, so make that time now. If you break the application down into 10 minutes every single week, you can take those 6 steps and you can make it a really easy process, and before you know it, your application will be on the fax machine. I'll tell you, I'm so busy I didn't even have time to get it done, so I faxed it from the Dallas-Fort Worth airport between business trips because it was the only time I had to attain my CAE application. Next, I developed a community around me. I didn't wait for that approval letter. I got to know all of the people in my community that already had their CAE. People like David Lorms, Peggy Hoffman, Kimberly Fisher. And they helped me to visualize my success as a part of that community. Every single day I would wake up and I would say this affirmation, "I am a CAE." And I would visualize my business card that I now have in my hand with the CAE letters after my name. Next, I dove into knowing the material. As many of you know, it can be daunting. There's probably about 10 books between 10 pages and 750. You have the opportunity to break that material down as well and understand that if you read even just 10 pages a night, you can get through it with much success. My favorite book is the favorite book of many of us, the Association Law Handbook. Let me tell you, I went to many a cocktail party. They say, "Holly, what are you reading?" I'd say, "The Association Law Handbook." It was a killer at cocktail parties. So I took another success strategy. I used my iPhone, and early in the process, I recorded every word and every definition in those books into a podcast that I would then listen to in my car, and I would listen to it in my sleep, because I didn't have time to study 24/7. But with my podcast, I could even study in my sleep. Next tip is know the material and use your phone. Use conference calls. Part of my community development was having a study partner. And don't let geography hold you back. I had someone in another state and we used conference calls. Knowing your material, you can also utilize any of the amazing study groups that are across the country. But I'm here to tell you, I had success as a CAE and I didn't participate in these, so don't let that hold you back. My next secret strategy is Smencils. Yes, it's a pencil. It's a smelly peppermint pencil. But these pencils got me through many hours of late night studying. Science proves that peppermint helps your brain to engage in a new level. I have Smencils here. If you're considering the CAE, I'd be happy to give you one. Next, secret success strategy, do a pre-site visit. We do it for everything else in our industry. I went to the testing center a day early, and I got to know the sights, sounds, and smells of that building, so I'd have success on the day of the test. Lastly, I celebrate success. As I said, I visualized the letter, I visualized my business card, and I visualized this guy, the mailman, driving up to my porch 6 weeks after the exam. He thought I was a stalker. After getting my letter, I made many phone calls. One to my dear boyfriend, John, to say I had passed. He sent this beautiful bouquet of flowers, and I encourage you, as you embark on your CAE journey, to plan your success celebration. But there was one thing I couldn't plan, and that was this Mickey Mouse. This Mickey Mouse appeared on my office door about 2 weeks after I got my results from the people at Disneyland. They made a commitment to the CAE and sent me this as a congratulations note. And you too can be a part of going to Disneyland when you get your CAE. So break it down to 4 simple steps. Get your application in. Build a community of supporters around you, both in and out of the industry. Know the material and celebrate your success. If I can CAE, I know you can too. Thank you.